They offered him a contract they knew he wouldn't take.
Exactly.
They know well he doesn't really want to be here. Whether it's the money or the role, the situation, Kerr, he doesn't want to be here. We got some Jonathan Kuminga news, and it's time to talk about it. Anthony Slater and Sham Charania have brought new information to the table. I don't know if it's going to change your perspective on things.
Let's hear it.
But here's the first paragraph of their story on ESPN. The Golden State Warriors made another push to retain Jonathan Kuminga over the past several days, but the restricted free agent is continuing to decline their 2-year, $45 million contract offer, sources told ESPN on Wednesday. So Jonathan Kuminga said no.
Do you think he's slow playing this to kind of get back at the team?
Absolutely not.
Is this out of spite?
No, absolutely not. This is business. And even if he's not
kind of taking his time,
even if he's no, this is business. This is nothing more than Kuminga trying to get as much money as possible, which he's earned the right to do. But the reason he's not taking the 2-year, $45 million offer is because the second year, and this is,
well, give it to me,
the Warriors want it to be a team option for the second season. And what that would do is essentially mean that the Warriors would have Kuminga under control for another 2 more years.
Like they do now.
But they could also trade him anywhere at any point, and he doesn't, and I get it.
Do you think the Warriors do thinking, we knew he was going to turn that down?
The Warriors probably knew. Like, if he doesn't want to be there, why would he ever sign a contract with a team option?
Man, I was just hoping for clarity. We're all hoping, Dub Nation, for clarity, man. It's Shasky left out of here. We were having fun, like just fatigued. But it's a big deal in regard to, and I get it, and I'm with them, you know, you want clarity to know who's going to battle with you, man. And if this dude is going to be part of the team, and when you can make all the other announcements of who's rounding out the roster. But, Steiny, this thing has all the ingredients of going to September.
Yeah, maybe beyond.
Oh, I got to believe Lakeup and company are like.
Yeah, and just like the Lakeup going to do right by him.
No, just.
I mean, how's that all working out? Like, This is hardball. It's not what's best for, hey, Joe Lacob and Steve Kerr and Dunn. Like, let's really be nice to Jonathan. Kuminga and Turner offered the Warriors a 3-year, $82 million contract. So when they were in Vegas, Kuminga's agent gave the Warriors a proposal, 3 years for $82 million. Like, what's he doing? What? Like, but here's the thing. Like, I think a lot of Warrior fans are like, well, just sign him. Just sign him. It's like, that's not how it works. It's not how it works with Kuminga. So, I don't know what's going to happen. Here's what I think now more than anything. He's going to be a Warrior this year.
Yeah, well, then.
At the start of the season, because they ain't doing him any favors, and they ain't moving him for something that they don't want or like.
And
they
you know
ain't
what?
doing
I'm going to give him a round of applause on that, Steiny, because that's what I was getting worried about. So I know for Kuminga and his family, or just his mentals, and Aaron Turner, who, I don't know, is he looking bad in this? He had to come out while I was gone. I was listening to you and Evan Steiny, and he came out and said, we never turned that down, but I felt like he had to do that just so he wouldn't look bad. Or letting Kuminga down. But the bottom line is, a Warrior fan and a guy that still likes Kuminga, and I want him to have some, and I know it's getting worse by the day, some impact on this team. I'll take that, Steiny. I'll take that.
Well, the other thing is, I don't know if he got an offer last year. He didn't get an offer last year. But here's the reality of the situation. He wanted more money last year than the Warriors wanted to give him. And at that point, he He said, fine, I'll go to restricted free agency. And I think that's when the Warriors said, go ahead. Because if you're not taking, to my way of thinking, if last summer they had offered Kuminga 3 for $82, $27 million a year, and he said, no, I'll go to restricted free agency, at that point, I am saying, what do you, you're not a $40 million player. You're not a $30 million player. So, to me, once they realized last year that they were clearly far apart,
right,
and that he was viewing himself as a $30+ million player, well, then what do you do if you're the Warriors? Well, okay, let's give him 40. No, or 30. No, it's not the way you do it. You say, okay, you want to play that game? We'll play that game. And it doesn't mean we don't like you, and it doesn't mean we're going to try to hose you. But you want to play that game.
All right, well, wow.
Let's play that game.
Yeah, game on. And, man, Steiny, like I said, if you are right, they're going to start this season with him in a Warrior uniform. You know, this is not how you drew it up, but just from a selfish standpoint for me, being a Dub fan and the fans listening, I still think this guy can add and help you. So, again, it won't be what he wants. But, man, we're talking about year 5 to where he's feeling some type of way if he still is on the team.
You know what's funny?
You don't think that's good at all, huh?
Well, no, it's funny because, 2 minutes ago I said, I think he's going to be on the Warriors. And I almost 2 seconds ago said, you can't bring this guy back.
Right.
So,
but they're not going to, they're not taking pennies on the dollar, and that's what I love. Dude, you can say what you want about Kuminga, Steiny. You can't give him away for nothing.
Well,
and that package from the Kings with Derek,
they're not gonna give him away for nothing. They won't. Mm-hmm. Like they can't. Like he can't. Like he has. Like
Evan Carter, that package, I hated it. Sorry, oh my. So way to stand on business. Thank you, Carter. Way to stand on business, Lake Up and Mike D for right now.
But this is where, and I think every professional team is like this. They're disingenuous. Like the 49ers were absolutely positively disingenuous when it came to Jimmy Garoppolo. They were saying one thing, but they really didn't, and it's the same thing with Jonathan Kuminga. They know well that if they offer him, they know darn well he doesn't really want to be here. Whether it's the money or the role, the situation, he doesn't want to be here.
So for you to say it's business, now I do like that, and I'm feeling that. You do understand it, though, right? Wouldn't you do the same? I think I would, and Evan, if the Warriors, knowing like we're not going to cave.
They offered him a contract they knew he wouldn't take.
Exactly.
So is that
this business
on the up and up? No, it's not on the up and up.
But it's business.
So they're saying to Kuminga, we know you're not crazy about being here. We know you're not crazy about Steve Kerr. And we're not crazy about you either because we're not willing to give you what you want. But I'll tell you what, come back at a lower number than you want and continue to have us have all the control. Man. It's like, no, he's not going to do that. And I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Austin and Saddles ain't coming down my road, Goo. Don't sound off for Lake Up and Dunleavy. I'm not. I'm just telling you, I'm a Kuminga fan, not a stan. And if this somehow keeps him in a Warrior uniform until we find out what's behind door number 2 or 3, the fact that he's helping them in a role, I'm in. Now, when you get to the feelings and resentment, Steiny, you think we're past that? Has that started?
Of course it started.
Yeah, like that, so.
I mean, this may have started last summer. Like, is there anybody out there that, I use the word acrimony. That might be strong, but clearly there's a problem here. And I don't know what Kuminga's going to end up doing. Here's what I know. If he plays on the $8 million qualifying offer,
correct,
he'll be here for one more year. And if the Warriors decide to trade him during this upcoming season, he would have veto power, which means if he plays under the qualifying offer, he determines if he gets traded, where he goes. Period.
Gotcha.
End of story.
Okay.
If he signs this 2-year deal with a team option, he has no leverage anymore. They can trade him anywhere they want at any time, and he's still in the like. Nothing changes if he comes and signs a 2-year deal.
I got to ask you this though. Let's keep it. We keep it 100 all the time, Steiny. If somehow he's in a Warrior uniform, do you think Lacob and goes to Kerr and they have a conversation about his role? I gotta believe you don't want to be walking on eggshells or grenades.
You know what? I think you know what? I think they got to talk about his role. That's the one thing they've never done. Like, those days are so long gone. It's like,
so what's? I guess I'm asking, Stein, what's Lacob's role? Like, I do think he likes Kuminga. There's some. Like,
I'm sure he does.
He can keep him, have him. Like, there is something Lacob can do. What? I believe in regard to talking to the head coach.
What can he do
about?
What can he do?
Not giving them the keys, as Kendrick Perkins was saying, but somehow, Steiny, I don't want to say do him a solid because that's too strong.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
The dude has enough talent to be a part and make contributions on this team.
Why would you do a guy a solid who apparently didn't want to sign $100 million? Like, why would you do a guy a solid who apparently last year scoffed at $25 million a year?
Oh.
Like, I wouldn't want to do a solid for that guy. If he turned down, like, the other thing is, if you want to say, well, he never got an offer, Steiny, well, you know why? Because he wanted something that was higher than the Warriors wanted to give him. And the Warriors felt like it was fair. And when Kuminga turned it down, I'm sure they were like, all right. Like, I still think it's funny that people think Kuminga's got leverage. And he's got one piece of leverage. There's no doubt that he can play on the qualifying offer. But the Warriors are the ones that they determine whether he's going to be on this team next year or he's not.
Yeah.